Most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween, everybody. Our top story this evening, Warren County, Ohio Sheriff's deputies have arrested 39-year-old Richard Walker Lane of Fairbanks outside of Cincinnati on an Alaska warrant.
That's right. He's being held at the jail in Morrow, Ohio, awaiting extradition to Fairbanks. Lane is charged with attempted first-degree murder, burglary, and assault, accused of breaking into his estranged wife's home and choking her.
Now, state troopers say she broke free, ran to a neighbor's house, and called police. Other news this evening, a Fairbanks man accused of sexual assault and misconduct involving a controlled substance has been indicted by a grand jury. 35-year-old Jason Schurer, originally facing second-degree felony sexual assault, was indicted on reduced charges of third-degree assault, misdemeanor harassment, and drug misconduct. Court documents state that Schurer assaulted the mother of his child on October 19th. They further allege he hit the woman in the face, sexually assaulted her in front of a child, and then threatened to kill them both if they notified the police. Once on scene, police found marijuana in Schurer's pockets.
Okay, continuing, a Fairbanks woman is in jail after leading police on a high-speed chase last evening. According to police, 24-year-old Stephanie Howell is facing felony charges after leading authorities between Fairbanks and North Pole, reaching speeds of 120 miles per hour. Howell reportedly rammed a patrol vehicle, leaving it with substantial damage. Now, at one point, police attempted to stop Howell's vehicle with spike strips. However, she continued on at speeds of 80 miles per hour on just the rim of the wheels. The chase ended after Howell drove into oncoming traffic and bailed from the vehicle. Now, police found her hiding under a bridge in Fairbanks and after a struggle took her into custody. Now, Howell admitted to being high on heroin.
The 2014 congressional elections are on pace to be the most expensive midterm races in United States history. The Center for Responsible Politics estimates that nearly $3.7 billion will be spent on House and Senate races. Jamie Schwartzwald sat down with a pair of candidates involved in the sixth most expensive Senate race this election cycle.
$1 million in advertising dollars has been spent in the U.S. Senate race between incumbent Mark Begich and challenger Dan Sullivan. Alaska voters find themselves in a pivotal position. A vote for Sullivan could help Republicans earn the needed 6 seats to take control of the U.S. Senate, while a vote for Begich would allow the Democrat to build on his 6 years of service in D.C.
And also the clout and seniority. This is very important for Alaska. When you think about the Appropriations Committee, both Senator Murkowski and I sit on that committee together. It's very rare do you see two senators from the same state on that committee.
This election's critical. The control of the United States Senate is going to be decided in Alaska. And if we're able to defeat Mark Begich, retire Harry Reid as Senate Majority Leader, we will then start to roll back the Obama administration's agenda.
Linking Senator Begich to the Obama administration has been the centerpiece of Sullivan's campaign.
The national debt that under Mark Begich, Barack Obama, and Harry Reid has gone from $10 trillion to almost $18 trillion in 6 years. If you believe that we need to turn that around.
And I think the record is very clear that I've worked to increase jobs for Alaska, but fighting every day for not only Fairbanks, but all across Alaska. And that's what we need. And someone who's not going to, I don't care if people are Democrat, Republican, Independent. I will sponsor a bill, work with someone, as long as they care about what's good for Alaska. I'm going to be right there with them.
Senator Begich lists K-12 education as a top priority, but says energy issues cannot be ignored.
But also we got to make sure that we continue to push forward on oil and gas development. We've been successful. Think about it. National Petroleum Reserve hadn't had any development since it was begun in 1923. Now we have oil and gas development happening, producing oil starting next year and the following year. The Arctic is poised for incredible exploration. I want to make sure that happens.
My top priority would be rolling back these regulations and rolling back the federal overreach that now is a staple in the federal government's approach to governing in Alaska.
Jamie Schwartzwald reporting.
The Alaska Industrial Development and Export Authority has established a field office in Fairbanks. ADA is the state agency partnering with project development firm MWH to head up the Interior Energy Project. The IEP calls for North Slope natural gas to be liquefied and trucked to the interior for storage and distribution. Ada announced last week that all permits needed to build an LNG plant on the North Slope are in place. However, an air quality control permit and technical analysis to operate the plant still need approval. Potential buyers for the gas include GVEA, Fairbanks Natural Gas, and the Interior Gas Utility. The price they will pay is yet to be determined, but Ada's spokesman Carson Rodovic says that price announcement is due in early November.
We're now towards financial close with our commercial partner MWH. Everything is scheduled to be coming together in the first couple of weeks in November as we move again towards financial close, which we anticipate will occur in December, along with the ordering of equipment.
The newly opened office will also serve as an Ada satellite for the Ambler Mining District Industrial Access Road project.
Okay, when we come back, a website has been created to give you information on the marijuana initiative.
Also, we have more Haunted Fairbanks, and we asked you what you thought about Halloween today, so those stories are coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Fairbanks Evening News. A Fairbanks woman says that people casting votes on the marijuana initiative in the general election need to know what they're voting about. Alaska residents will decide in November whether or not marijuana should be legalized and regulated. Mystique Lagery has created an informational website which she says voters can use to find out most anything they ever wanted to know about the plant and its uses. Lagery says she wanted the public to have a place to get information on the subject before they go to the polls.
On the website, I have a lot of links to go to the information that I present there. I give the names of doctors, researchers, the studies I refer to. Some of them go directly to the studies themselves or to the reports that the researchers give about them.
It's time for part 2 of Haunted Fairbanks with Stephanie Woodard. Tonight we see just what the paranormal investigation revealed.
Like a Spider-Man costume because I work with kids before and after school program. So just something to, you know.
Workers at the Tanana Valley State Fair recounted their paranormal activities for lead investigators with the Seekers of Paranormal and History, or SOPA, before the group began their hours-long investigation.
Basically, I've had a couple things happen. The music, like old band music that was playing, it was really kind of spooky soft, but I could hear something when I was in the Badger doing, I think we were changing some lights out. It was just me.
That was just one of many stories told that day. General Manager Joyce Whitehorn said she hears voices in the office building and on the grounds.
Or the paper towels racks with no batteries in them will all of a sudden start running. So that's all happened down here. So there's just little odd things, but they let us know they're here.
During the investigation, I was asked to set down a flashlight. Once SOPA began to ask questions, what happened for the next few hours was all caught on camera.
Turn the light off for yes. If you're not very excited about it, turn the other flashlight on. That can be for no. Oh yeah, you're excited. That's good. Oh my God. Turn it off if you're here. It's moving. The light is moving. Yeah, because they're manipulating it. Oh my God, it's going off. Go ahead and turn it off. It's okay. Oh my God.
The equipment provided by SOPA went off all evening at the Badger building, including distinct lighting from flashlights during questioning of the supposed spirits haunting the building. I was also touched by what I originally thought was a cord. Turns out I had no cords behind me. But according to employees, that's not a new occurrence.
Everybody knows that works here that's for a long-term person. We call him George.
Other managers have seen things happen and go on down here. Doors have closed, chairs have moved, curtains have blown with no windows open, different things going on.
During the investigation, SOPA watches the footage from what they call base. All of the footage shown here was gone through to decipher if it could be dust, a camera malfunction, or any other unexplained glitch. But SOPA and fair workers agree this is paranormal activity. When I asked what they would say to any skeptics, they had one response.
Come and find out for yourself. Hang out here.
So it's up to you. Do you believe in ghosts? From Tanana Valley State Fair, I'm Stephanie Woodard reporting. All right, get ready for some spooky faces and creepy costumes this Halloween night. Reporter Ryan Grimes paid a visit to the local costume store to ask residents their favorite things to do on Halloween.
And I was just doing like a Spider-Man costume because I work with kids before and after school program. So just something to, you know, have fun with the kids.
A lot of the parties and stuff that you go to, you know, people they're a lot more willing to let loose and have fun because either they're behind a mask or, you know, it's just kind of one day of the year to be whatever you want to be.
It's a chance to be a kid again, you know? You're never too old for free candy or dress up or being yourself or being a free spirit, and that's the thing I really like about Halloween.
Be safe. Don't go alone. If you have small children, always be with them.
All right, Joe's next with sports. He's got some regional diving action today to look at, and the Nanook volleyball team gets a huge win on the road despite being shorthanded. Sports with Joe is next.
Happy Halloween, interior sports fans. Joe Cook here in the Sports Seat for you, bring you some Friday Halloween sports. The next, we're in for a scare, but use a crazy rally to earn a road victory in volleyball. Thursday night, the Nanks were down 6-16, but came back for a 27-25 win in the final set. UAF wins in 4 over St. Martin's for the season sweep. With the win, the Nooks matched their conference wins from last season with 3. Sam Hartoon swung for a match high 20 kills, while senior Tessa Butterfield stepped up in place of an injured Maddie Davis with 9 kills and led the team with 15 digs. Alaska plays Western Oregon on Saturday. They'll be looking for the season sweep over the Wolves as well. And despite competing unopposed, 2 local divers tested their mental toughness once again in the pool Thursday night with the preliminary and semifinal rounds of the Region 6 Diving Championships as the jovial judges there. Lathrop Zach Campbell ranked 1st in the state. North Pole's Nicole McIntosh 11th in the state were the only divers. Recent injuries decimated the field of potential divers, but Campbell and McIntosh still have to complete dives. If they disqualify on 2 attempts, they will be eliminated. The 2 divers did some of their best dives midway through prelims. In the semifinals, McIntosh nailed a back dive pike at the 1.6 level for her highest score in the night. In the semis, Campbell executed 2 dives, 1 in the prelims and 1 in the semis that tallied 62 points. McIntosh, a sophomore, is in her first year of diving. She also swims for the Patriots. She posted 232.5 points. Campbell, a senior, put up 371.25 points. At this point in the year, for the rookie and the veteran, it's all about being consistent, focusing on technique, no matter how many divers are competing.
Probably my consistency. I've always been have a few wild things that I do, but this year I've been able to lock a few of those down and stop just kind of messing up a few of my entries.
Normally the first 2 dives are hard for me, but then after that it's just easier. Like my nerves go down, so I'm just trying to relax and not think about it, just like a normal meet.
You know, we're not looking for the 9s because when they try to do a 9 that they don't normally do, they totally screw something up. So we try to just have consistent dives. Just like every day at practice, I want to see the same dives that they do in practice on the boards at finals.
And as one high school sports season comes to an end, another one starts. The high school hockey season will start in the next couple of days. This Saturday at the Big Dipper, there will be a jamboree hosted by the Monroe Rams. That starts at 2:30. In the Dip, local teams will scrimmage against each other in their first game-like action before the season starts next week. Last season, 5 teams made it into the postseason. The Hutchinson Hawks won the 3A Greatland State Championship over Houston in overtime. Delta Junction and Monroe also made it into the postseason. In 4A, West Valley won the MAC again, and the Wolfpack and the Malamutes clinched playoff berths. Monroe and North Pole will open the hockey season for interior teams as the Rams and Patriots will play this Tuesday, November 4th, in the Polar Ice Arena. And here are a couple of local sporting events where you can munch on all that candy or maybe burn some of it off and watch some competition or participate in some things. How about a run to start your Saturday? The Cache Creek warm-up is a 6.8-mile run that starts at 10 a.m. at Cache Creek Road by Murphy Dome Road, and it's free $99. Volleyball action at noon, North Pole against West Valley. At West Valley, the regular season finale for both teams. And at 1:30 p.m., Lathrop and West Valley will shoot in a rifle match at TVSA. Then the nightcap, the Region 6 Swim and Dive Championships at the Hammy Pool. That starts at 6 o'clock. And at 7:30, Fairbanks Ice Dogs and Minnesota Wilderness wrap up their Midwest Division Series at the Big Dipper for Game 2. And before I go, here's this week's Play of the Week, and it comes from the Nanook volleyball team, a career milestone in this one. Last week, junior outside hitter Sam Hartoon tallied 33 total kills in 2 games against number 16 Northwest Nazarene and number 24 Central Washington, and she became the program's 3rd all-time leading scorer with and 31 kills. Congrats to Hartoon. To pick the next play of the week, check for the I5 Interior Top 5 plays on Mondays during the Weekend Recap in Sports. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast. Have a happy and safe Halloween night.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Igor, you remember last year Mike asked me to come into the weather? He did it again this year, too. He's out with his grandkids doing the weather, or actually doing trick-or-treating, and I'm going to do the weather. So let's start off with our picture. Very, very nice picture. This is sent in by, I think her name is Nadia Taylor. It's called it a Golden Forest. You can see why. It's beautiful colors, blue and the gold. And as always, if you have a photograph, you send it to Mike at photos@ktvf11.com. Let's go on and see what the numbers look like right now. Oh, it's 17 degrees, and that's not too bad. Up where I was at, it was 12 degrees, so much cooler. Record high, 1954. You got to 50 degrees that day. Wow, that's pretty warm. But in contrast to 27 degrees below zero in 1992, oh, that's so cold. Sunrise this morning, around 9:40 this morning, and the sun set a little while ago, about 5:30. That gives us almost 8 hours of daylight, but not quite. What's going on in our satellite picture? Well, like it was last year, I have no idea what these blues and pinks are, but they're pretty. They're pretty. And you can see Fairbanks is not getting any clouds in here, which means no snow, just cold temperatures. How about the rest of the state? Well, not too bad. Over the southeast, we have some rain falling around Ketchikan and Juneau. Also around Kodiak Island, it's 36 degrees. Little rain falling there, not too bad. Anchorage, looking at 28 degrees and some sunshine. Up and down the west coast, we have lots of sunshine all the way to where Igor comes from over the northwest, where it was 7 degrees of Barrow and cloudy skies. What's happening in the lower 48? Ooh, look at that thing go. That's pretty cool. And over for the northwest, you see we have lots of sunshine and surprise, surprise, rain falling in Los Angeles. How about that? I know they need that. I watched it before on TV. They say they have not got any much rain this year. As you can see across the central sections of the country, it looks like lots of sunshine, although kind of cool around Minneapolis, 40 degrees there. Up and down the East Coast, a little rain around New York, 55 degrees there. And once again, we have this funny satellite picture, these colors. I think this means that there's a lot of weather going on over this area, but not too bad. And over the west coast, there's the rain coming in across San Francisco into Los Angeles. And like I said, they really need it in the worst way. In fact, you can see here, it looks like more rain coming all the way down to near San Diego. They need that rain because they're going through a bad drought. In case you have not heard, no rain there. Lots of folks there looking for water everywhere. And early next week, it looks like cooler air coming across the northern sections of the country, and warm and mild and nice weather over the eastern half. We'll also be looking at good weather over the southwest, and more rain if you're heading to places like Seattle and Portland. Well, what's happening here in Alaska? My friend Yanni, once again, looking at some snow in around the Barrow area, 12 degrees there, and some snow showers at Fort Yukon. And elsewhere here in the interior, partly cloudy here in the Fairbanks area, with increasing clouds for Healy and Delta Junction. So all in all, nice weather this weekend. Over southeast Alaska, we have showers across the region, 45 degrees at Ketchikan, little rain there. And over to the southwest, cloudy skies and snow showers at Bethel, rain showers at Colby, and rain also in Kodiak. And over down around the Anchorage area, looks like just mainly cloudy skies, maybe some scattered snow showers for Valdez and Homer. Okay, we have one special thing to tell you about tonight. We have our short rain forecast calling for a good night for trick-or-treating, but chilly temperatures for the trick-or-treaters out there, so watch out for them. They're going to be out there, and be sure you give them plenty of distance and be careful. All right, tomorrow, 15 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and continue cool. And your extended forecast calling for maybe some snow showers on Sunday, and partly cloudy skies for Monday right on through Thursday. Overnight lows, once again, very cool at night in the single digits, and then warming up a little bit by Thursday. And don't forget, tomorrow night is a special night because we're going to turn that clock back and get an hour of sleep. We all look forward to that. What's that called again? The daylight savings time, or what is that called?
Daylight savings time.
I don't know. It sounds like magic to me. It's wizardry.
It's just an hour
It's daylight
before
savings
sleep
time.
again. I like that.
Very good.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Very well. Very well. We do have a video online, right?
We have a great video online for you guys to see. We did a little spoof of a popular haunted movie or scary movie. So go to our KTVF Facebook page and check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Voldemort. All right, we've run out of time. So for all of us here at the KTVF, happy Halloween. We'll see you back at 11.